Hi friends, welcome back to a new budget video here on my channel. Today we're going to be budgeting out for the month of August, and I'm super excited to be back making some videos. I actually tried recording this video earlier, and I did record literally like half of the video, but my phone has been acting up really bad lately, so it didn't catch any of the audio. So now I am redoing it, and hopefully the audio is getting picked up right now. But since I recorded earlier, I do already have a lot of it written out, so we'll just go through it. Sorry if you hear the vacuum in the background. The very first thing that I like to put for my budgets are some goals, and these are more mental behavioral goals rather than dollar sign goals. So the three that I put for this month are to eat lunch at work, chill out on the iced coffee, and then check in weekly by doing my videos. So the first one is something new that I haven't mentioned on any of my videos yet, but I did get a call center job. Right now I am about to start my last week of full-time training. So I've been doing 8 to 4:30 p.m. for the last 2 weeks, and I would say half of the time I've been bringing lunch from home, and then the other half I've been going out to eat. So that's what I mean by eating lunch at work. I don't want to go out and get anything. I just want to bring something from home. That way I don't spend any money. And the same thing kind of goes for the iced coffee. Because my body isn't really used to like working an 8 to 4:30 p.m. job. I haven't done like an actual sit down job in a long time. My body's not used to it. So I've been taking my morning coffee to work from home, and then I'll start to crash like after lunch. So then I'll go out and buy iced coffee, whether it's Starbucks or Dunkin'. I'll go ahead and get that one, and then really just like depend on it to bring me back to life for the rest of the day. So that's what I mean by chilling out on the iced coffee, because I don't want to be buying coffee every day and drinking 2 coffees a day. I think that's going to be the hardest one to maintain, so we'll see how that goes. And then the last goal, to check into my budget weekly. I still have been checking into my budget, but this goal really just means like checking in with YouTube, like by posting my weekly videos and cash envelope stuffings. That's what I mean by checking in weekly. Then the next section is going to be weeklies, and these are expenses that don't necessarily have due dates, but we do need to take care of them each week. So we have gas, groceries, light, and spending. The next column we have here, how many times we're going to fill these expenses for the rest of the month. So because we fill these every Monday and there are 4 Mondays left for this month, this has 4. And then this next column is how much each Monday we put aside for these categories. And then the last column is total how much the category is going to cost us for the month. So we have gas, which gets $160 each week. I get $100 and my boyfriend gets $60, so that's a total of $640 spent on gas for the month. Then we have groceries, which gets $80 a week, so total for the month is $320. Light gets $40 a week, so that total is $160. Spending, we get $25 each week, so that turns out to be $100. I get $10 and my boyfriend gets $15. The next section I like to do, I call special events. These are basically just the events that are happening in the month that don't typically happen every single month. So this could be like birthdays, anniversaries, holidays, anything like that. For me, I have 2 special events this month. I forgot what today was. So I have one birthday. My cousin's birthday is on the 28th, and I try to do $20 per birthday. So that's why she got 20. And then I am starting school again this month, so I decided to put aside $300 for my textbooks. But I don't have a due date because I'm going to try something a little bit different this year with my textbooks. Usually I will go through my classes and get my books like a week or so before my classes start. But I noticed that when I do that, when I actually start the class, a lot of the times the professors won't even like require the textbooks. Sometimes they'll give like free resources for the entire class. So this time I'm just gonna wait until I'm in class for a little bit and then see what books I'll actually need. but I'm just gonna put it aside this month, so I'll have it ready for whenever I need it. And now we have our Autopay expenses. These are separated from the regular bills because I prioritize Autopay. Everyone knows that with Autopay, they are going to withdraw whether the money is in there or not, so that's why I prioritize them. So we have Netflix, renter's insurance, and insurance all due on the 11th. 20 for Netflix, 10 for our renter's insurance, that's just our part, and then $232 for our insurance. Next, we have my boyfriend's personal loan on the 13th for $149. This comes every 2 weeks, so that's why you see it again here on the 27th, same amount. And then here we have $40 on the 20th for the apartment that we used to live at. Then on the 21st, we have my personal loan for $114. And then on the 28th, we have Club Gentler, which is for me, which is $13. We have Spotify on the 29th for $18. And then last but not least, we have savings on the very last day of the month for $50. Next section, again, is our regular bills. We have households. It doesn't have a due date, so I just put a line. For this, we plan to put aside $30. And what this is it's just money to get like laundry detergents, dish soap, things like that, whatever we need. Personal care, again, no due date for $12. That's just for my eyebrows. My eyebrows grow out really fast and they get really hairy, so I need to do that every month. Then we have my boyfriend's dental bill on the 1st for $132, my phone bill on the 12th for $40, my car on the 13th for $383, my Victoria's Secret credit card on the 16th for $35, my boyfriend's truck payment on the 17th for $439, my orthodontist bill and my boyfriend's orthodontist bill are both due on the 20th. Mine is $110, his is $151. Then I have my counseling session on the 23rd, which will be $85. Our Wi-Fi will be due on the last day of the month for $80. That's our portion. And then rent, again, for our portion is $685, which is due on the 1st. Something I forgot to mention is that since we are already in the second week of August, there are some expenses that we've already paid with paychecks that we've already got. So I'm not backtracking to what we've already did. I'm just moving forward from where we are now. So that's why you don't see anything here from like the 1st. Then the next section we have here is sinking funds. It's one of my favorite sections. We have $40 for our wedding rings, $10 for our wedding, which if anyone is new here, we're not engaged yet. We're just like trying to prepare. So that's what that is. And then $120 for Christmas. Christmas is coming so fast. So we probably gotta beef that up a little bit more in the coming months. And then next we have $40 for birthdays. Like you saw, we do only have one birthday this month, but next month is a very heavy birthday month, as well as me and my boyfriend's 6th anniversary. So that's why I decided to put aside $40. That way we don't have to all try to put it together next month. And then the last section that we have here is going to be debt, which we are hoping to put aside $850. Fingers crossed. We're hoping that if everything goes the way that it's supposed to, then we'll be putting aside that very nice amount to debt this month. Which lately it feels like nothing has been going right with our budget, just like so many different things keep happening, and it's been really crazy. But I'll speak more on that later towards the end of the video. So if you're interested in what has been going on, you can just hang out for a second. So those are all of the expenses that we've got for this month. I've already listed out all of our income, so we'll just quickly go through it. So we have my DoorDash pay, which will be on the 9th, and I'm expecting to receive $375. This is after taxes, in case anyone is wondering. And then on the 13th will be my first paycheck for my new call center job, and I'm expecting around $1,075. And then on the 16th is my boyfriend's paycheck from his restaurant, well, his full-time job, and I'm expecting around $1,100, we'll see. And then again on the 16th I get paid, I'm expecting again $375. The same thing again, I get paid weekly from DoorDash, so you're just seeing the same thing here. And then my second paycheck from my call center job, I'm expecting about $800, because 1 week of that pay period, I will be full-time, which will be my last week of training. And then the next week of the pay period will be when I start my part-time shift, which will be 20 hours a week. So that's what I just estimated it to be. And then my last DoorDash pay for this month, and then my boyfriend's last paycheck for this month as well, for the same amounts. And then I do have the summary section right now right here, but I'm not gonna go over it just yet. I'm gonna save that towards the end of the video. But now, since we went over everything I've written out so far, what I'm going to start doing is I'm gonna start putting our weekly expenses into all of our paychecks that come on Monday. So gas, groceries, light, and spending, I'm gonna be putting those into my DoorDash paychecks. So I'm gonna time lapse it. So this part might get a little bit confusing because I'm gonna go kind of quick, because now I'm gonna start putting in our other expenses into here. Well, first thing I'm gonna do is subtract these expenses from this paycheck to see how much we actually have left. So we have $70 left. Now let's look at our expenses and see what we want to plug in first. Okay, so the very first thing that I think we should be paying is our Netflix, renter's insurance, and regular car insurance, because those are due on the 11th. And as you can see, we have one paycheck on the 9th and then another on the 13th. So Netflix is $20, renter's insurance is $10. The remaining $40 will get put for insurance. Oops. So this is okay because with my insurance, I can push it back up to, I think, like a week or something after the due date. So it'll be totally fine, even though it's due on the 11th. So for the remaining amount for the insurance, since we didn't put it all aside, we're going to put it from this next paycheck. So the full amount for insurance is $232. We put aside $40, so we will need to put aside $192. So before we start getting confused, I'm gonna use this pink pen to mark off the expenses we've already taken care of. So I'm gonna mark off gas, groceries, light, and spending. Then we're going to mark off Netflix, renter's insurance, and insurance. So we're gonna go back to this paycheck on the 13th. Now we're gonna see what other expenses we wanna put in here. Definitely wanna put aside the personal loan that's actually due on the 13th. So we're just gonna check mark that and put it on there. Okay. So as you can see, the next autopay expense is not due until the 20th. So we're gonna jump over to the regular bill section and start filling this section out. So we will take care of my boyfriend's dental bill, my phone bill, and then some of the car. We can skip household and personal care for now because we wanna try to get these bills paid as close to their due date as possible. So we have 1,075, subtract 192, subtract 149, subtract 132 from the dentist, subtract 44 phone, and that leaves 560. So the car is actually only 383. So we're just gonna do that. And then the remaining 177 will get put for the next expense. So we should take care of the credit card due on the 16th and then start working on the truck as well. So we're gonna subtract 35 And 142 will get put aside for his truck. But that's not actually the full amount, so we'll still need to put aside $297. And we'll add that onto this paycheck. That's next. We'll make sure we check mark those expenses off. So we did the credit card, we did the truck. So we'll do the apartment, my personal loan, and then switch back over to these two orthos. I hope that makes sense. Okay, and now I'm gonna start subtracting because this list is piling up. So we have 1,100 minus 240 minus 65 minus 297 minus 40 minus 114. So we have 344 remaining, and that will take care of both of these. So I'm just gonna check mark these off. Just double check here. So we still have $83 remaining. So I guess we'll just do counseling and then start working on these three here. So we're gonna be $2 short, but we'll just put that onto the next paycheck. So we'll just check mark that. So we'll do counseling here for $83. And then the remaining two will get added to this paycheck here. Then again, working down here. Actually, I think now we're gonna take care of the household and personal care, and then we'll do these ones. So I'll start subtracting. So we have 375 minus 32 minus 12, 149 minus 13. So again, we still have 169 left, which will take care of the Spotify. Then I think actually we'll do the birthday right here. Obviously, I did not leave enough space for these. I assume because they're smaller paychecks, they would have smaller amount of bills to be paid within them, but I was wrong. So we still have 131. We're going to do in order savings, Wi-Fi, and then rent. So that comes out to 130, and there's still $1 remaining. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna add $1. I'm just gonna move on. So let's just take a pause and look at what we have left. We've taken care of all of these with the check marks. We now have rent, $685. And then we have my books for $300, and then the sinking funds, and then that's it. So we are here, so we'll subtract these expenses from that paycheck. So we got $70 left. We're gonna do rent. Of course, rent is not $70. I wish it was. It's, oops, $685. So we still need to put aside $615, which will come from the next paycheck. Yep. We still have $185. I just did quick math. $185 remaining. And now we will start putting aside for my books. So for books, we will still need $115, so I'm gonna do that here. I think we'll have enough in this paycheck, we'll see. Oh, we won't, we'll only have 70, so 70 plus the 185 that we have is going to be short $45 for the book, so we'll do that here. Okay, now we've completed the funds for our books. And then we move on to the sinking funds here. So we'll do 1,100 minus 45. We'll just start subtracting the sinking funds and then write it down. So 45, equals 1055. So minus 40 minus 10 minus 120 minus 40 comes out to be 845. So now that we've taken care of all of those, we will cross them off. And for some reason, I did get 845 instead of the 850 that I originally thought it was going to be. But I'm honestly just not going to go through it and see where I may have had it different because I'm tired. Right now, it's actually almost midnight, but this is really the only time that I could find to redo my video because again, I tried to do it earlier and it didn't pick up the audio. But anyway, so that is our whole budget. Now I'm gonna do the last section, which is the summary section. I'll write it out and then we'll talk about it. Okay, so this last section I call summary. It's basically a summary of the goals that we wanted to do or complete for this month. We're just putting it into words to make it simpler to understand if we achieved it or not, how well we achieved it, all of that stuff. So this first section, it says estimated debt total, and it's $845. That is the amount that we want to put aside for debts. Underneath it, we have actual debt total. At the end of the month, we will fill in how much we actually put aside. The next section is estimated remaining balance of my boyfriend's personal loan. So what this is the $845 we're planning to put aside to debt is going to go to one specific debt. It's going to go to my boyfriend's personal loan because it has a crazy, insane interest rate that we need to take care of. So that sits at a balance of $1,622 as of today. So I just subtracted the $877 directly from that. I'm sorry, the $845 directly from that, and then got the total $877. Which now that I'm listening to it, I don't know if that makes sense. $777. Like I said, I am tired, so I'm trying not to make too many mistakes. But anyway, so that is the remaining balance we want it to be at the end of the month, or lower. Lower would be better. And then underneath we have actual remaining balance. So at the end of the month, we'll put what the actual balance is. And that is the summary section. And that is everything for our budget this month. It seems pretty simple, like on paper, and it looks very good on paper. But like I said, a lot of things have been happening lately to our budget and just like in our life that has been getting us off track. So I'm just trying to be optimistic. But now I'm just gonna switch over to where I just talked to you guys to the camera. So since the last budget video that I uploaded to my channel, a lot of things have happened naturally, as they always do. I feel like ever since our vacation in May, things have just been happening as soon as the other thing finishes. Like after we came back from our vacation, it was my whole AC thing where it wasn't working, and so I was working less. And then after that, it was my breaks. And then after that, I got food poisoning for a week, so I didn't really work that much. And then I got my new job, which is great, but I won't get my full paycheck until 3 weeks have gone by. So I've been doing DoorDash part-time after work. So my DoorDash paychecks are shorter than they usually are because I'm working full-time, at least for now. But not just that, I've also had to get some things for my new job, like clothes and like a lunch bag, just like a bunch of small things I have had to get for the job. And so just so many things that we just were not expecting and kind of just were not prepared for, I guess. But I mean, some things you just really can't prepare for. And most things we don't want to use our emergency fund for. But anyways, before I go too much in debt, just a lot of stuff has been happening. I've still been making my budget. I just haven't been doing my videos. I haven't really been making my videos like a #1 priority because I've just been so busy. Lately, my schedule has been working 8 to 4:30, Monday through Friday, and then door dashing an hour or two after work. And then sometimes I go to the gym, and then I'm door dashing on the weekend as much as I can. But I still have all of my other life activities going on, like keeping the house clean, things like that. And so, point of the story is I've just been very busy, and I haven't been putting YouTube as like a #1 priority. But now that I feel like I've sort of gotten like a swing of things and a hold of my new schedule, I want to start incorporating my YouTube back into it. So here I am. Also, the full-time training from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. is just temporary. This is actually my last week doing this shift, and then I switch over to part-time next week. So then things will get a lot better. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please do the usuals. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. If you're not subscribed yet, definitely subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Comment down below how your budget is going for the month. If you've done your budget, how it's looking, all of that good stuff. And I will see you either Thursday when I post a vlog or on Saturday when I post a cash envelope stuffing / budget updates. No guarantees for the vlog, but definitely will be a video up on Saturday.